Alright, welcome to the next video. So in this video I'm going to show you how you can render this animation in the fully. Okay, so you can show it to your friends. So we'll switch from solid view to rendered view. I think we have to light this up. Remember our lighting technique in our 3D modeling class. I will not be going through that, so we'll switch from Eevee to cycles. Okay, yeah, so we'll have to add lighting, so I'll leave you to do that. So add lighting to your scene. You notice the walls there are no colors to it, so your assignment is to add colors to it. Add colors to the wall, add another color to this this stuff here, this part holder on your table, and light your scene. So the only thing I want to show you here is the settings you should use to get a faster render depending on the laptop you're using. So you just come here to your render settings, leave this as default, pick a location, always render with PNG. When you're rendering an animation like this, the reason why you should render with PNG is so that when maybe your laptop battery is exhausted or Blender crashes, you can then start the animation from where it stopped. Okay, so you don't have to start over again. But if you render with video, you would have to start the animation over again. So I'm just trying to find and create a folder where my rendered images will be. So I'll just name this rendering, open it. I like leaving it as default, so it just creates numbers for me as the sequence. So it's just backslash, that's it. So I'll set this to compress at 100. Color, I think everything I'll just leave it as default. So come to render settings. So key thing you should note, always change this from 0.01 to 0.1. Just do that. I mean, then your render sample, depending on how powerful your system is, but if it's something you just want to post on social media, please leave this at 100 or 60. Okay, so come to our compositing, select use nodes, just like we did initially, but let me just do it here. Come to your view layer panel, make sure the noise data is turned on. We'll add the viewer node. We'll also add and search for denoise. Make sure the image is connected to the denoise. Image is connected to the noise. Normal is connected. Albedo is connected, and is connected to the compositing, while the render is now connected to the viewer. So if we go back to our animation now, everything is set. Yeah, render sample is set. Switch, make sure you turn off the simplifier so you get the original quality. So you get the original quality of your character. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. Color management set to standard. Make sure it's set to standard. If yours is set to filmic, switch to standard. And this is your render settings. Once this is set, all you have to do is come here and hit your render animation. It will render the animation in image sequence, and that's it. So you can take the image sequence to either Premiere Pro, or I'll advise you bring it back here just the way we added. Remember the way we added our image sequence here. So you bring it here. You remember how we did it, so I don't want to go through that again, but that's how you do it. So but make sure before you hit render, another thing you should note, if you come to your compositing here, your output panel, make sure you turn off sequencer. If not, it will render the image sequence, this image sequence we brought in. Turn it off and let it just render this guy. So I think that's about it, and that's it. So when you're done rendering the image sequence, you can now bring in the image sequence like we did here. The image sequence is brought in. All right, also bring the voiceover too. Make sure the voiceover is brought in. Okay, and you have to do this on a separate blend file. Just open a new Blender file and go to video editing and do this. So you switch from PNG now. Since you have your image sequence, switch to FFmpeg, select encoding, change it to MP4. So I leave everything as, I think we'll switch to perpetual lossless, come to audio, set audio to AAC. Since the animation has audio in it, set it to AAC and hit render again, and it will render a video output. So if you have any questions, please ask it on the group chat or the Discord, and I'm going to see you again in the next and final video. Have a great day.